Hello everyone, it's Moses here. In this video, I'm going to show you some updates that have been made to the program. I hope you're going to find them useful. I want to let you know that this program is for free. The link is going to be in the description. It's going to take you to the main site, which is lpslive.com, and you'll be able to download the package from there. I want to point out that some ideas that I have in this program might be different with what you might have in your country. So if you're capable of making changes to this program, that will be great. One of those ideas which I think might be different is on how the turnover tax is calculated. Right now in my country, turnover tax is calculated at 4%. And as you can see, so for 80, this is the summation of everything that is available here, and the 4% for 80 is this number here, 19.20. The net total is a subtraction of 19.20 from 480, which is 460.80. Okay, so if 4% is what you have in your country, that is okay. But if it's not, I'm going to show you how to make some changes to the program so that you suit what you have. So let me show you some updates that have been made. The first one is the addition of this button here. Second one is this form here. The other change that have been made is the addition of this form. And the last one, and not the least, is this tab here named Finance Settings, which has these controls which control what you see on the monthly revenue. The reason why these two forms have been added is this. So when you come on your cash flow, you will notice that this is just focused on the store or the shop that you are running. But if you have other activities that you are doing which brings you money, you may want to keep your finance record. And this form might not be of use to you when it comes to those things. So I made this form to help in that area. As you can see, the form is very general. So you have the revenue source and the service type. You have the amount, which is the amount that you have received from the service that you are offering, the date, the finance month, and the finance year. Okay, so in the revenue source, you can see you can list uh, the things that are bringing revenue to you here, and here you can specify the type or the type of the service that you are offering. All right, if you need to do that, and here you can just put the amount of money that people are paying you, things like that. So this form works like this form here. It has these controls here. You can filter this table here. If you want to see the information that is in June, you can do that, and you'll notice that the table is going to shrink based on the information that you have. If you have a lot of information, you are going to have quite a list. Okay. Alright, so this is what is going on with the combined revenue. So take for instance, you want to know how much you have made in a month, which is the combination of what you have here and also what you have here. So what you're going to do is that you're going to come here, and then you're going to use these filters to get a specific month that you want to calculate. So take for instance, we want to calculate the total for May. So we're going to do that. We're going to filter. So you notice that here on our shop, the gross total is 410. So what we are going to do is that we are going to click on this button. When we hover on it, it says double click. So this button which says add gross amount to combined report is going to add this 410 to the combined revenue. So let's double click and say okay. When we come on the combined revenue, you'll see that our 410 is here. Now let me try to delete these other records so that everything that we are doing is from scratch. Okay, so let's come back on the cash flow. Let's select May 2023, fresh. Let's double click. Okay, let's come on combined revenue. You see that 410 is appearing here, and the revenue source says from cash flow source table, because this table is the one that has funded this table here. Okay, let's go now to the X revenue source, and remember that in the settings area you can change the labels that you have on these buttons. So let's go on this. We are dealing with May. Let's get 2023. Click on that. So you can see that we just have the records that are in May, and you can see the gross total here is 610. So we are going to double click on this button here, say OK, and when we come on combined revenue, you can see there is another revenue source which says from other cash flow source table. So SD stands for source table. So you can see that the gross total for the month of May is 1020, and our 4%, which is the turnover tax, is 40.80. So this is the amount of money that we are going to pay the authorities. So when we subtract that from this amount, what we are going to remain with is 979.20. So now that we know how much we have made in a month, you can click on this button and add the tax that we're supposed to pay to the authorities. So the gross amount we're going is 1020, and the tax is 40.80. And here you're going to put the date that you paid the authorities. Let's just say today, in that sense. So when you have done that, you can close the form. The second thing that you need to do is to add this information, to add this amount to the main balance. So what you're going to do is you're going to double click on this button. I'm going to say saved. So as you can see, the information has changed there. Now we have 4016.20. That's the amount that we have. Now, if you think that you have made a mistake, you didn't want to add that information to the available balance, you can click on this button that says reverse, and this form is going to show up. And so you can see here we have this record here, and the form where it is coming from. So from location is telling us this is coming from combined cash flow. So this is where it's coming from. So what we're going to do is just click on reverse. And we can do that. And you notice that we are back to the main balance that we had previously.